nataka tu kuongelea kidogo kuhusu anti-FGM board. Alafu niko hapa na Eva Mukami, she comes from this county. She's also a survivor of FGM. Anti-Female Genital Mutilation Board ni board ambayo iliekwa na serikali through our president, kwa sababu yeye ndio aliweza ku make sure that tuko na hii board in place. We have the Prohibition of Female Genital Mutilation Act ambayo ilipitishwa na parliament mwaka wa 2011. Baada ya act kupitishwa 2011, president wetu alipopata kiti 2013, akahakikisha immediately, hata kabla hajakaa, amehakikisha ya kwamba board ya anti-FGM imewekwa into place. Na ndio maana our first chair ambaye ndio kasa hii katika Ministry of Public Service and Gender, Honorable JB Kilimo, akaanzisha hii board akiwa amepewa kuwa chair na rais. Na kutoka 2014 hadi leo board imekuwa in place. So ninataka kushukuru serikali kwa sababu board kuwekwa into place. Mimi nilianza hii campaign even before 2011 tulipopata hii law. Tulikuwa tunatumia Children's Act 2001. Na difference ya Children's Act 2001, Children's Act ilikuwa clause tu imeandikwa mambo ya FGM. But sasa hii act imekuja ikafanya sasa hakuna mtu ako supposed kupitishwa ukeketaji, kuanzia mtoto hadi mama mkubwa. Mumesikia juzi kuna mama bwana alikuwa anajaribu na marafiki zake kumpeleka ukeketaji hapa Murang'a hapa Kandara. Sijui kama mumeona kwa news. So sasa imefika mahali hiyo ni kukosa heshima kiasi gani marafiki za bwana yako tena wanakuja kukuambia eti tutakukeketa, because it's a gender inequality issue. So men will tell you, we ukicheza tutakutairi. Sasa ukisikia hivyo unajua unashtuka, kwa sababu it's a worst form of gender based violence that is meted on women and girls. Hiyo ni kama kuambia wanaume nitakucastrate. Sasa nyinyi wanaume mnataka tuwaambie tutawacastrate? Nataka tuambie tutawacastrate. In fact sasa tukisikia tu mtu wa castration wa wanaume ameonekana hapa, wanaume wote hapa watakuwa wameenda mbio sana. Kwa sababu hiyo kukata wamama clitoris yao na nini ni kama kuchukua hiyo kitu ya mwanaume ikiwa imesimama ukate. Wanaume wanataka vitu yao ikatwe. Wanataka ikatwe. Hawataki ikatwe. Na mbona wanakata zetu? Mbona wanakata zetu? Mbona wanakata zetu? Sisi saa hii tulifanywa disabled. Hata juzi natembea alisema sisi ni disabled. More than 4 million women and girls are disabled. Kwa sababu kama leo we are living with disability. Kwa sababu kama leo ni pua tulikatwa ama ni masikio, ingekuwa crisis. Ingekuwa crisis. Lakini kwa sababu ni mahali ya muoni, watu wanaendelea kukaa. Sasa nimesimama hapa. Ningeongea mpaka kesho kwa sababu mimi hii agenda ndio agenda yangu. Can you imagine? Nimefanywa CEO wa agenda Mumeisikia CEO wa agenda moja. Kazi yangu tu ni kuprotect hiyo kitu ibaki venye Mungu hiyo tu ndio kazi yangu. Kuhakikisha hiyo kitu imebaki venye Mungu aliumba. FGM remains FGM. Kama inafanywa chini ya miti, ama inafanywa kwa the best hospital, ama inafanywa Aga Khan, ama inafanywa Nairobi Hospital, at the end of the day it is FGM.
Having gone through FGM, having even to go for medical checkup for your private part, it becomes very difficult, including things like pap smear. So I got the courage, went to a medical practitioner, underwent the first surgery. In total, I underwent 4 major surgeries, but the breakthrough was this year, 2019, when I met Madam, 2021, this year in January. And I want to say that when you go looking for something, you'll get it. As the lady spoke here, for me, I am an opportunity. I go getting opportunities. I don't wait. So 2019, I met 2021, Madam CEO in the office. She spoke to me about this Dr. Adan. And I had lost hope. I had given up seeking treatments. It was at the point of a separation with my husband. But when I went to Dr. Adan, she really encouraged me, and she took her time in the office. And the fact that the first time I met a woman who told me that she's a survivor, actually that day I went home, I made a deliberation. I told my husband we had depleted all the medical insurance and money. But I went to Dr. Adan, and he was very supportive. He spoke to me about the process, the procedure, and he was very human. He gave me success stories. He gave me survivors to talk to. And I told him, Daktari, I don't have money at the moment. And he asked me, how much do you have? I said around 150,000, and say, come, we will talk. Actually, when he did the calculations, the entire procedure was about 300,000. I had almost spent 2 million already, over 10 years in pain, and I went for the procedure. It was an anxiety moment, very anxious, but immediately after the procedure, I started my healing process. One thing, Dr. Adan encouraged me to bring my husband on board, and also to get counseling, because I was very bitter. I was a very bitter person. If you did something wrong to me, I would never forgive you. In the office, I was this bossy person. You must do it. Why aren't you doing it? As in, I was living a super life, as in, for the counseling session, I was able to go through my pain. Every time I confronted my mother, I didn't actually tell my mother I had a medical condition, but it was a lot of bitterness to her. Why did you do this? But this year, after the surgery, after the therapy sessions, I am totally healed. I'm enjoying my sex life fully. And yes, I am bringing up my children in a less toxic environment. I am a super wife, and I feel I am happier. I think for the past, since when I was 11 years old, this is a time I can say I'm living a life, a human being life, a full life. Looking forward, I have created opportunities to girls and women. I have rescued girls going through female genital mutilation in notorious places in Kiandutu, in Nairobi. Female genital mutilation actually prepares a girl for marriage and for sex life. That's what I would say. But we are saying our girls need to go to school. They need to get an opportunity in life. So as I talk to the young people, I saw the skit here resonates with me very well. Men also experience gender-based violence, but when gender-based violence, like female genital mutilation, happens to girls and women, it is generational trauma and pain. So I intend to use my story to reach out to the unreachable, to go to the community. I've had even sessions with those women who circumcise girls in the community. And why I have done that is to be able to pass this message and tell them, I am from this community, or this is what happened to me. Have you had your girl circumcised? And the person would be telling you no. So why are you circumcising other women's girls? And the reason is because they want a pay. So it's a conversation that will not end today. We've just started the conversation. The beauty is when people have started to talk about things, we get solutions, and we are able to embrace the change. So I'd urge the young people to speak out, work, and move away from poverty. Because one of the contributing factors to FGM is poverty. Passing on cultures that are past time, because I have nowhere else to go. If today my husband or my family decided to push my girl to FGM, I have a job, I can start a business, I can easily walk away. So let's empower ourselves, empower our communities. Namura adhimwe muno.
There's one speaker who made me shed a tear today. A tear or two, or three or four. I'm not sure how many there were. I want all of you to look at that board there. Anti-FGM board. Anti-FGM board. Na ninaenda kuariria arome na ndaka cia Embu County. Meshia Embu na mbere. Na muthikiririe. Na mwaria ta murathi wa Kenya. Tandwe. Tandwe. Murathi wako te wa Embu. Murathi wa Kenya. FGM is a very old system of controlling reproduction and sexuality. Very old, centuries, when we were living in the ages of darkness. Nduma. You think that if we disable girls and women, we are able to control them. Who is able to control his wife here? Raise your hand. Tukuvure makovi. What I'm trying to say is, these are very, very old systems of controlling power in homes and in societies by controlling the reproductive process. And it is backward, and you need to get out of it. It is backward. When you look in the future, there is no space for this outdated, outmoded cultural behaviors. Nana mwari atamuradhi. There is no future. Who wants to spend medical bills, hundreds of thousands of shillings, correcting what you spoiled, which God made? Is that clever? Who wants to lose their wife giving birth? Who wants to lose their wife and child when they're giving birth? Who wants that? Arume ambere na Embu, na Ntakashia ambere na Embu, maundu maya nitumarege. Na nitumarege tukiendaga tundu na warega na twarega, still nduma eno ni kathira muthenya umwe. Tono ni nduma gutiri na utheri ata kidogo katika ikazi. So FGM na hiyo kazi ambayo ufanyika, tunasikia haya, hatuwezi ongea. Let this nonsense stop. Let this cultural nonsense stop.
Alafu hii issue ya FGM to the young men, it is wrong. If you really just want a woman ambaye amekeketwa, that's really, I mean, you're taking something out of a woman's body, and then for the young men, you're championing more for it. And for the young ladies, the ones that have not gone through it, if a guy doesn't want you because haujakeketwa, it's his loss. Hajui anakosa nini. So hii peer pressure, please. And I like how the CEO, Madam, she was saying, and I like how Mukami came here and she spoke. I held her hand, nikmesikia, like the way she's feeling. I've never been through it. My community doesn't do it. Because I know if my community would have done it, Mimi, I would be another one with that agenda. But, young men, you need to support the young women, even the women. You need to be your sister's keeper. Help the anti-FGM board, help the president. Na wanaume kwa hamuelewi, just imagine yourself, that thing inakatwa. Honestly, is it right? Wanaume, si muko na sauti nzito? Sasa, mbona musemi?
Sheria ziko za kuzuia mambo ya ukeketaji, lakini kama vile unajua kila pahali, hata kwa binadamu wenyewe, tuko na Biblia inatuambia tusifanye hivi na hivi, na bado wanaendelea kufanya dhambi. Kwa hivyo sio kukosa sheria, sheria ziko, na mimi nashukuru vile watu wetu wa administration wanafanya kazi kuhakikisha kwamba mambo ya ukeketaji yawe mambo ya kaburi ya sahau.